Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock,
Stop. You go.
they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand. The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Shoot!
The incident took place in Makoto's. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her, and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
But
to finish the job, but instead...
It was you! We already know the answer.
The incident took place and Sayaka was first. She then fled into the...
Then the killer ran after her, and they got into the back. At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you
don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility? I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then, pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to. It specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did, they would not have any...
It certainly would seem that way.
Sayaka and Makoto got in the note. It specifically said...
I see. Then they would have gone...
Exactly. The room that Makoto...
No, that's wrong! The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note. She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
I got it!
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack. Shoot! When the fighting broke out, the culprit, and that's when the first sword-based...
And that's what broke Miss...
So, she grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the... And that's when the first blow... A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all. I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh, my.
You're no different! You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey!
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Sorry, my mic's been on.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
So for the past 30 minutes, after you've been seeing this one.
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
Yeah, but we didn't want to.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
I would obviously
then
believe the
you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end,
Probably
her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
It is true.
Because...
Makoto?
Because...
Because
hey,
what?
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
It's nothing else. Make your argument. Hey, Giant.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
No. There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove that with her left index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right.
Oh my god.
The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's just no use. I just don't know. No, you know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Rotate the image 180 degrees. Rotate it? I think I may be seeing something.
Oh my god.
Oh god,
now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Which one of you? Ooh. 1103. The killer is you.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Is anyone else here?
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Leon, you're freaking out.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it.
I'm taking that.
In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yep. Is there,
I got it!
There was two
You
evidence.
mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right! There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
Leon, chill. Your picture's
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the
Yeah.
There's something else we need. How was it?
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out...
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
That's you, Timmy. It's not you. Now not that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator. Shattered crystal.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the person in charge of the...
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
You would obviously throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Someone turned on the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain that it was all
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone
It wouldn't
really
be a
do
problem
that?
for a person.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
At it.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
The ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because
Now
the
run
killer
away.
is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
I don't sound stupid, I sound
A
smart.
target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer!
Yes, you are.
These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Alright, let's do it.
And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions... Now here's what happened.
Personality. Sure. Alright, so we're just making count. Closing climax. Okay, the first thing that happened is... Okay, you messed up. You have to trust the ball in your hand. Do it there. She wrote her dying message. And then you just tip. They arrived at Makoto's room. What's up here?
The killer is... you!
Let's see if I got
I
this all
think
right.
I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
My victory dance.
She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Didn't you use the fake sword to... Wait, what?
The killer is... you! There
we go.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
Oh. Alright.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
Yeah!
The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
The killer is you!
Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
Objection!
I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence. The first bullet time. Sometimes a clash. Sensei had 10 battle which aka beat everybody. Press the button so it's
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, instead, they must...
I refuse to acknowledge you! Stupid, 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 stupid!
Alright, let's go.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me!
Shit.
Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid!
Final strike.
Where's your proof?
Right here!
This should prove it!
I'm sorry.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Oh my god.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid.
What's wrong with your eyes?
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Monokuma is voting time, I think. A, C, B, A, F, B, A. Not 69. Nice.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes?
Yep.
You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so much. Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Guilty. Uh-oh, looks like you're right on the money. The blackened in this case is the one that killed Sayaka was no other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Oh, Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch, what the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you... He's the one standing here. Monokuma, get him out of here!
Unlucky. That's all.
Hey! Come on!
Everything became clear. The decision we made was the right one I thought. But when I think about it, honestly, it better have been right. That is Sayaka out here. Even I couldn't handle what I saw. Now we're trapped in here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why? Why?
Get down from me. Now. Hold up. I did whatever it took to reach that dream, even if it means something that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using is she one of those words that you call out? Is that why she was talking to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I could do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, That's... Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must be terrifying, huh? I mean, try to kill someone because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but on the inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say?
Phew!
I understand. I really do understand. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair will collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka's being forced to do something like that. Wow. Imagine being Leon and you're yeah, he's gonna get executed. That's what happens. Imagine being in Leon and you have to patiently wait for your execution. Yeah, if I killed someone in this and I found me out, I didn't want them to have a fit 20-minute long monologue. I want their execution to happen as fast as possible. All of it, everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I glanced at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched on to my arm without any hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure I would...
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they're done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Ba-dum, ba-dum. That was a close one. I thought you were gonna give me a good wallop. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed!
Now then, since you... The blackened Leon Kawada will receive this punishment.
Punishment? You mean... execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Okay?
You had many moments to turn back. You ran all the way to your room and grabbed the toolkit. You could have stopped there. When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you not use your own toolkit? And she shut herself in the bathroom. You went out of your way to head back to your own room. They came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and just killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any numbers of chance to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. It's because you had unclouded intent into the...
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I had enough of this.
Oh,
are you sure? You were closer than her to anyone. He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? Honestly... I said Sayaka was a good waifu. Nah. After that betrayal... Nah. I feel kind of freaking good. Of course, I don't blame it on blaming Sayaka either, because the one to blame is him. Huh? If it weren't for you, this would never happen to Sayaka or Leon. We wouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation.
Unbelievable.
Did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, that's just happened. You're nothing more than a sense of justice. After all, it's the people with the sort of mentality that perpetrated war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up! Okay, well, anyway, more importantly...
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Oh, no.
Hey! Come
no more
on
begging,
now.
no more excuses. You must pay...
Stop! Please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Leon Quarter, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
Alright, I'll see. What is that, a Gatling gun? Oh, 1,000 blows. Ah! Oh no, he got balls in his face. Balls. How the heck was Monokuma surprised? You're the one who executed. Hey, you could have gave the other team some points. Ah, dang, that's kind of cheeky. What we saw was the true face of despair. Where's my tablet?
Extreme!
Oh, extreme! I'm gonna stop the stream after we get to this and start another one. I'm gonna change the title of this one. Edit. What's going on?
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? Oh god. I just can't take this.
Well?
Hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here. Hey, I'll accept living here. We have food, water, place to sleep, clothes.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all of this? Evil shit.
What
What the heck?
Evil, you make it sound like I'm some dark, awful society. My type of guy. Well, you are.
Say what?
Or in this case, the dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Well...
Why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through this weird and old?
Hey,
You tried to use common sense like this to make sense of... Oh! I don't think it's possible. And I don't think what you're saying is... I don't think Shane doesn't quite fit together.
Shit.
Piece of shit. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna pound your ass somehow. You must be really hating me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened? Happened because more of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free from the outside world. We're being trapped in this same place. You're trapped, are you? I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. But think, boys, isn't it wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's a deeper meaning in there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get to the Blacken's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you said everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I got to say. I need to say some for the fun later. Just like that, he was gone. He left the dish unwelled by a nightmare. That execution was brutal. By a nightmare turned into reality. Even after he was gone, we stand there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Being alone. No one even tried speaking up. Their faces were stone. Their voice was dead. And why can't I see Owie? The freak? Where's Asuhina?
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved to class and whispering.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery in this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? A thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never shake. Hey, some girls belong to streets. But every tell this, even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why she lay a dying message. She was thinking about you. She was thinking of me. You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that.
doing?
Only Sayaka would have known for sure. We can't ask her now. Because she's dead. Dreaming all day today.
However,
even if you can't ask her, you can interfere it. Don't you know, don't you think? Her final thought is how she could protect you. Nutty.
So...
Fact was her last ounce of power or energy. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's a certain possibility. That's a certain possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She was sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Watch her plan failed. Her hesitation tracked failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic what you think about when you think about it. Why are you telling me this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this.
Correct.
Without someone like that, in other situations, never been able to break through such a desperate situation. Move and move past their deaths, I could never do that. No. I gotta carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past like something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I carry them with me forever. I carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you chose the hard road. Well, I have high expectations of you. She said that she revealed a smile. By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh well. I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I have pretty good intuition. Let's stop this.